discovered a lot of these works. They were, we were looking through the works of the estate, and there were many that had not been looked at for many years. And so we discovered the smaller ones, and we stretched them, we conserved them, framed them, and put them on the wall. And again, in the paperworks, we went through a wide range of paperworks to really pick out some of the jewels that we thought. Some of the works that you see there at the end wall are Aubrey's late works that he made in 1989, shortly before his death. I remember vividly going to his studio at that time and collecting them. And for me, it's really quite wonderful to see them here in this room. I know them so well from the old catalogue from that exhibition. So these are great pieces to have. There's another beautiful canvas that we found that's in the next room, Spring Sacrifice. Very bold in its form and color. Quite different from the painting behind me, which is Guyana. Guyana is where Aubrey is from. So that's, in that sense, a really important work and a great work to have the speeches in front. So every time we do a show of Aubrey Williams, it's new, it's fresh, it's a different selection, and we have done 10, maybe? Maybe
the 11th.
11th, the 11th symphony, the 11th exhibition of Aubrey Williams here. And each time it surprises us. Each time it is different. We went through the cosmos, we went through hymns of the sun, we went through realms of the sun, time and the elements. And today we're here with Future Conscious. And I am seeing Rasheed entering.
Yes, great. It's such an honor to have Rasheed open the show. I can't tell you. He's been a hero of mine for all the time I've been here, 44 years. And he is a pioneer and someone who's always inspired me to do what I'm doing. Welcome, Rasheed Araeen. And welcome to all of you to this 11th exhibition of Aubrey Williams, whom we met in 1984 after looking at his work at the Commonwealth Institute, and fell in love with him, fell in love with his work, and decided to champion him all these years. And we worked very closely with his family since he died in 1990. After that, we worked very closely. Mary Dawa was here virtually all day yesterday. Is she here tonight? Most of these works you've never seen before. Most of them no one's ever seen before. They have been in schools and not visually seen by the public. So enjoy them. This is their debut. And frankly, we don't know much about where they were painted, neither does Mary Dawa, because she was born after that. So this is a new arena for research for some doctoral student. Okay. I also encourage all of you to go to the Tate, Britain, to see a magnificent display of Aubrey's works in one room, curated by Elena Kripa, who is here with us this evening. It's splendid. It just takes your breath away, and you will see Aubrey in his highest form. You will know more about Aubrey if you come here on July the 1st to a talk between Ian Dudley, who's a visiting fellow at the University of Essex, and Imru Bakari Caesar. Imru was the one who went with Aubrey to Guyana in order to film him in his place of work where he was in the northwest coast, and to see what he saw when he first came back after having been an agronomist and went back to his home ground. That will be a wonderful talk. That will be at 3 o'clock, 1st of July. Now, I can't tell you how happy I am to welcome you, Rasheed, to open this show. Rasheed has been an inspiration to me and to all of us at the gallery because he has pioneered so many ventures that we wish to follow in his footsteps. Rasheed came from Pakistan here in 1964, formerly a civil engineer, Aubrey was an agronomist. They both came to England and changed to become artists and followed their heart's desire. Rasheed was very influenced in Pakistan by the books he received and saw images of the avant-garde painters plus other Pakistan contemporary artists. I believe Anthony Caro was an inspiration, and I understood it from my reading Frank Lloyd Wright, which was one of my great inspirations. One of Rasheed's early works, which I love this idea, was mini discs that were of color, and he spun them out on the Thames near St. Catherine's Docks. A performance which was revived and again in Moscow at the Garage in 2019. Another show which was so important that Rasheed participated in, which was very important to us, was Magicien de la Terre in 1989. This was curated by Jean-Hubert Martin in Paris and really developed seeing works of art from all over the world. And that's what the gallery always has done, is to really make visible artists from around the world. Because when I came here in '78, when he came here in '67, we were living in a very Eurocentric place, and no one was showing work from outside of Europe, perhaps American avant-garde artists. But so you, Rasheed, have championed this making visible not only your own work, but the work of people from Asia, Africa, Latin America, and the Far East. And you have been such an inspiration to all of us here to join forces with you to help in that endeavor. Rasheed.
Thank you. I feel privileged to be here to open the show of Aubrey Williams. In fact, it has already been opened. I hope I'm not closing it down. Aubrey was a close and dear friend. He was not only a great artist, but a great human being. I met him in 1970 by chance. In early 1970, we, with my wife, moved to Greencroft Gardens, where sometime I saw a tall, young, beautiful black man walking in the street. I didn't know who he was, but I was curious because in that area there were no black people living. I sometimes saw him in the local pub, but I never dare go and speak to him. That time I had a studio at St. Catherine Docks. In the summer of 1970, I saw Aubrey wandering around in the studio there. So I went to him. I said, "Aren't you my neighbor in Greencroft Garden?" He said, "Oh, yeah. "But what are you doing here?" He said, "I'm an artist. I've come here to see, what's his name? He knew somebody there. But Araeen was his colleague and contemporary artist. Anyway, following this, I occasionally saw him, but it never went beyond saying hello. I never found out what he did. He neither found out what I was doing. But in 1974, he sent me invitation to see his show at the Camden Art Center. It was the first time I saw his work. Then realized he was an important artist. Again, we didn't meet again quite closely until I think early 80s, after he had a show at the Commonwealth Institute, which included most of the Shostakovich works. It was that show which convinced me that he was historically important artist. His importance was recognized by Mel Gooding. Unfortunately and sadly, Mel Gooding is also not with us. What he said was very important. He said, Aubrey's work is the most important work since American abstract expressionism. This is a very important statement. Mel Gooding was an ordinary person. He was an eminent art historian and critic who wrote books on Patrick Heron, John Holland, and many other his contemporaries who actually had their retrospectives at the Tate with proper publication. But not Aubrey Williams. And Aubrey Williams knew why he was left out. But he never complained. Because he knew that his art was more important than the recognition of his own career. And he knew that one day he will be recognized, but his importance will be part of his history. With these few words, I have the honor to make this exhibition open. Thank you.